Insurance-based financial services group Momentum Group released their half-year results for the 6 months ended December 2024. The company reported that its headline earnings per share rose by 55% to 243.6 cents, with operating profit up 33% at 2.8 billion rand. Shareholders are set to get an interim dividend of 85 cents per ordinary share, an increase on the same time in the previous year. To take us behind the numbers, I'm joined by Jeanette Marais. She's the Group CEO. Thank you very much, Jeanette, for joining us. So these look like quite robust numbers. What were the key drivers behind these results?
Thank you very much. Look, I think, I can't help but just say that these are the best interim results in the history of our company, and, certainly a set of results that we're very proud of. I would say that if I had to only give you one short answer on what has actually driven this set of results, it's the fact that we have 9 very diversified and very independent different businesses in our group. Everything across from health insurance, short-term insurance, life, pension funds, asset management. And it is probably the first time in our history that every single one of our businesses have actually performed extremely well. And that there was not one business that has not had an excellent set of results. And I think the combination of that has led to the set of results that we have declared today.
Yeah, well, it's, congratulations to you, but you have described the macroeconomic environment at the time in the 6 months to the end of December as being quite difficult. So what sort of initiatives did you do or take to boost the value of your new business by 40%, for example?
You know what? It's one of my personal philosophies, and I think our group also now think the same. And it is control what is in your control. Actually, whatever happens in the market actually just sets the tone for the entire industry. And it sometimes, like during COVID, it might mean that all of us suffer. But the point is that with the right focus, with the right strategy, with the right execution, you always have the ability to outperform your peers. And in this case, in terms of new business, it actually really is tough for our consumers out there. And we've seen it in 2 of the areas, the one being our corporate business. Not a lot of companies are now entering, into health schemes, entering into new kind of big pension fund schemes. However, our retail affluent market, in terms of just our life market, as well as our investment market in terms of annuities and retirement, has actually really done well still. Now, then everyone can benefit from it. In our case, we won market share from our competitors. So we really, really work very hard at trying to be smarter, have better service, better products, and outperform our competitors as far as we can.
Yeah. Now, I have posed this question to your competitors. I mean, in terms of the insurance business, there are many risks on the horizon coming from climate impacts. How are you working to mitigate some of those while also at the same time not disappointing your clients when it comes to claims time?
Well, so, climate risk really has the biggest impact in 2 of our businesses, being Guard Risk, who really actually looking at the kind of corporate market in terms of insurance, and then more severely in Momentum Insure, which is our short-term insurance business. Now, we've actually benefited quite a lot over the last 6 months. We've had quite benign weather. And as an industry, we do think that the next 6 months might not be as easy. But again, we now have the ability to geolocate every single household that we insure down to a house level. And all that means is we can now predict with quite a lot of certainty that if there is a flood in the Western Cape, which areas will actually be negatively affected by it. And of course, we have the ability to price for that. So unfortunately, it does mean that often a client who then live in an area that has been geolocated as one that's going to have severe weather will have to pay more. But at the same time, we also come to the party. But what helps is that there's more predictability in where these claims are going to come from, and it gives us a better way in which to manage them.
Yeah. So on the Momentum investment side of things, I see you also achieve good returns, and many in your space have indicated that the second half of the year was quite positive in terms of market returns.
Yeah, that is correct. And market returns in this case, when we talk about it, is actually for our entire shareholder portfolio. It's also kind of what yield curves do to the long-term reserves that we hold for our life company. And, so that's been very favorable for us in that sense. But it also means that we have a very active way in which we manage those assets. And that's probably added about 500 million to our overall earnings. But, it still says if you've delivered earnings of 3.4 billion and you actually neutralize for that, we still did 2.9 billion, which is one of the best sets of results that we've ever had. So it had a smaller impact on our overall results.
All right, Jeanette, we're going to leave it there. More to ask, but not enough time. But thank you very much, ma'am, for your time. That was Jeanette Marais. She's the Group CEO of the Momentum Group. We are going to continue.